Hi everyone, it's James here from the Studio Rats. Believe it or not, Eventide launched the H9 Harmonizer effects pedal just short of 10 years ago, and now they bring us this, the H90. Yes, I know we missed the boat a little bit, but hey, better late than never. So what is an H90? Well, there is a belief that the H90 is simply two H9s in a single pedal, and while it is true that you are able to run two effects algorithms in an H90 as opposed to a single algorithm in an H9. H90 is a much more upgraded beast with many new effects, which Eventide call algorithms. But it's the way in which you can make those two algorithms interact that really gives H90 its power. This thing is so much more than just another guitar effects pedal or processor, which is what I intend to show you. However, at the moment, you can see that the H90 is set up on what you might call a guitarist's pedal board. So just for now, let's stick to the guitar stuff. Now, I also know you can see a few other pedals dotted around, but for now, let's not worry about those too much. I promise I'll get to them in a little bit. For now, my guitar is plugged into the H90 and its stereo outs go off to the desk and in turn to Pro Tools, so we can all hear it. For my basic guitar tone, I have an instance of Tonex running inside Pro Tools, and the clean sound, let's just turn that off, sounds something like this. Now, I do want to show off some of the presets that I found that I really like, so sorry for being a preset warrior. All too often, makers of effects processing go a little too weird with their first 10 presets, but there's a lot of useful stuff here in the H90. It's not all space dust and waterfalls. You know the stuff I mean. Some have said, me included, that the H90 is a bit of a tricky unit to operate and to navigate your way around. However, there are some basic rules to follow. Try to think of the unit's operating system working top down. First of all, we have playlists. Bank 1 is pre-populated with all the factory stuff, which we can edit and tweak if we wish. We then have user banks 2, 3 and 4, where we can go wild and create our own stuff. Each playlist is populated by programs, which you navigate through in select mode. Once you find a program you like, you can load it by either pressing on foot switch P or just tap the select knob. Programs are formed of one or two algorithms. These are our effects blocks A and B. Effects algorithms are configured or loaded with presets. These presets come in one of 63 forms and are categorized by delay, distortion, EQ, looper, modulation, multi, pitch, reverb, synth, or utility. The effects parameters can then be tweaked to your heart's content either live on the H90 pedal, via the H90 Windows or macOS app, or on the H90 app for iOS. Where H90 really scores over H9 is in its real-time control in what's called perform mode. H90 has 4 hot knobs and 3 switches, hot switches if you like. There are then 3 foot switches, whose number can be expanded to 6 buttons or switches with the addition of a 3-button foot switch. To get down and dirty with programs, just hit the perform button and away you go. Dive in to your heart's content. As I make an adjustment on the hardware, you can see the control updating in real time on the H90 control application. For complex editing, I like to use the app, but for quick and dirty tweaks on the fly, the hot knobs, the buttons, and the foot switches can be assigned to pretty much any parameter you like. It's very handy. So rather than just blow through some fun presets, I want to actually build a program with you. So let's dive into an initialized program and get to work. I want to start with some form of modulation. So after hitting preset, I'm going to use the hot knobs to select modulation. Then choose chorus. I can then cycle through the chorus presets and choose one I like as a starting point for preset A. Now let's choose a delay for slot B in the same way. We can mute the chorus if we wish, so that one effect doesn't put us off auditioning the other. I'm going to go with that, then we can kick the chorus back in and audition it. Now I can hit the parameters button and tweak each effect in turn to get just the tone I want. That's great, but to my ears there's something missing, and that thing is flange. But we only have 2 effect slots. What I can do using the advanced routing options of H90 is route an external effect, or effects, in as an insert. In this case, I have my TC Electronic Dreamscape pedal, which I really love, and it's stereo in and stereo out. So I'm going to route from H90's out 3 and 4 into the Dreamscape, and out stereo from the Dreamscape into H90's input 3 and 4. I'll set the insert to be stereo and experiment with where I want to put it in the chain. Let's try parallel. Without Dreamscape. Yeah, I like that a lot. At the moment, the two H90 effects are in series, but we can experiment with series or parallel effects to hear which we like best. And again, we can play with the insert point to see or hear which works best for us. No, I think series and parallel the effect. Now all we need to do is store this program and we can move on to the next program we want to create. And we can do that either on the unit itself or in the software. And there we go. It's all updated. You might have also noticed that there's an IK Multimedia Tonex pedal next to the H90. I'm going to turn the Tonex software off now and show you that you can use H90 as a post-amp effects processor as well. A mono out from Tonex is going to input 1 on the H90. We still have our insert effect, the Dreamscape, and we're still going off to Pro Tools for recording. It's worth noting now that the drives and distortions within H90 will not sound quite as great as before because we are now post-amp processing. We are post-speaker processing. But if you want reverbs and delays or modulation effects, this could be a way to work. And this is the way that I like to work. It's exactly the same as putting your effects plugins onto an already recorded guitar amp track without... and now with. So there you go, the now not so new H90 from Eventide. I love this thing. It sounds absolutely amazing. The quality of the effects is exactly what you'd expect from a company that helped Jodie Foster contact alien life. You didn't think we missed that, did you? Oh, and the edit and tweakability is off the chart. And the iOS app and the Windows and Mac control panel mean you don't have to have this thing directly in front of you, which is really handy. Price-wise, the H90 comes in at a street price of just over £900 UK, which is not inexpensive, but it is one of those, I'm loath to say, pedals that, quite frankly, you can do just about anything with. It's great for any job. Yes, the learning curve for H90 is quite steep, and at times the OS layout might be a little counterintuitive, but if you really want to get under the hood of this thing, watch the Eventide tutorials on the H90 page. It's an hour of your life gone, but you really will learn how to get the best from this thing. It's so much more than just another guitar effects pedal or processor. So I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, hit the bell to be kept up to date with all things Studio Rat. But for now, my name's James Ivey from the Studio Rats, and I'll see you again very soon.